Harmony, salon, unity, freedom, and justice. Harmony, salon. We heal, we build for a better Sierra Leone.
Make we Trowe cold water.
Good day, dear Sierra Leoneans. This is the 5th edition of your program, Trowe Wata. This edition, they talk about 2028 elections. And we all know, say, elections don't they start when the voting take place, so years before the day of election, now they start. So, yes, we agree, say, electoral justice day on. But even as we reflect for 2023 results, for still prepare for 2028 elections. On that note today, now I make today to recall what I think say, make we look how 2028 elections for time, we're going to make we not get chamot, we not get heated arguments, we not go scatter among we say. So, but before I go there, make I ask you now, how last week, una been to recall what from Monday till Friday. Then the weekend, una dey pa enjoy una self, una Trowe water. I hope so. Because if una not Trowe water, una dey Trowe petrol for fire. But me, I believe una. And know say, we all dey make conscious efforts for Trowe water each and every day. Okay. Before we continue, una sabi who can do within them. Make we wait first to go listen to one poem where they tell we but waiting on the solution for when we get a peaceful election inside 2028 election. Una listen, una observe, una pick sense. Tear at the big. Till they come back, una continue for Trowe Water.
And a salon for the Trowe water. Always they knock the peace butter.
Ballots or bullets. They said democracy lives in the ballot. But what if the ballot's been buried beneath bias? What if the ink that marks our future was mixed with fear, forged in silence? We stood in lines, not just to vote, but to believe. To believe that our voices mattered, that our choices weren't just ceremonial grief, but the commission, the one sworn to count truth, now counts shadows. Vote vanish like justice in a courtroom with no roof. We watch numbers dance, not the rhythm of the people, but to the tune of the powerful. A choreography of control, masked as legal. So we ask, if the referee wears the jersey of the ruling team, is it still a game or just a stage dream? We've seen it done. Kosovo rose from war with UN ballots in hand. Liberia found peace when the world helped it stand. East Timor, Cambodia, nations reborn through oversight, not command. This is not surrender. This is strategy. This is sovereignty in choosing transparency over tyranny dressed in ceremony. Let the world come. Let them count with clean hands. Let them print ballots that don't bleed bias. Let them watch, not as saviors, but as mirrors, reflecting what justice requires. Because Sierra Leone is not broken, she is bruised, yes. But she is brave, and brave nations don't hide behind rigged results. They rise, they reform, they reclaim. So let the ballots be sacred again. Let the people speak without fear. Let the next vote be a vow, not to power, but to the people who hold it.
And a salon for the Trowe water. Always they knock the peace butter.
Okay, una hear the point? The title na ballots or bullets. There's make we choose. Either we get democratical elections where they show say we serious about elections. When the point they talk about ballots, what that mean? Or bullets, meaning say make we make ricochet per elections and end per bullets. Now question they ask you, is a ballot or bullets? And the poem it talk, but it get a glimpse, like it make we watch how 2023 election be done. And he ask beaucoup sensitive questions. Then he round up for showing how other countries been do am for ensure say and get credible elections. We go ensure say this day among the people. Now a smart point. And I hope so now listen am and take some sense from am. Now we can move on to the next level. We still have to continue to recall Wata because elections, they serve as Kolwata na a country. Yes? Because if you manage an elections the right way, where the law say, free and fair and transparent, where all man go see and say yes, not true. Where if people accept challenge them, they not go boku, and majority go say, na lie. This election be right. So yes, free, fair and transparent elections, na Kolwata, na any country. Now make today the Trowe Wata team say, make we rub mouth, make we show how 2028 election go time for ensure say we country continue for their at peace. Make we elections be run in a way where we say yes, not Trowe Wata dande. Because we want peace in our country. So una sit down settle, una relax, una open una eye, una yes, una open una mind and listen to this presentation. When they give una a format of how 2028 elections will run, we go cause less problem, less challenges, and we're going to ensure say majority of Sierra Leoneans and even the international community will call them credible. Yes, we agree say all election, no matter how transparent it be, few people must condemn am. But any side where majority of the people condemn am, it means say it not credible. So dear, na patience. This one they call the attention of the government. And they call the attention of ECSL. And they call the attention of all opposition parties, all Sierra Leoneans, international community. Make una listen to this small sense. Me now say, if we take this advice of how 2028 elections for run, it not go be like how 2023 end at all. We will come back, start the presentation and rock points. Keep on holding on and just say you continue for Trowe Wata.
And a salon for the Trowe Wata, always they knock the peace matter.
This is a policy brief with the title Restoring Electoral Integrity in Sierra Leone Through International Oversight. Issue overview. Sierra Leone's democratic credibility is under threat. The Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, ECSL, constitutionally mandated to operate independently, is widely perceived as compromised. Allegations of partisan control, procedural irregularities, and lack of transparency during the 2020 elections have eroded public trust and sparked national and international concern. So the specific issues of concern that we have to look at are lack of transparency in voter registration and tallying, disputed results and limited accountability, threats to civil society observers and media, public perception of elections as predetermined. These were the key issues that were found or experienced during the 2023 national elections. Policy recommendation: invite an impartial international body to oversee Sierra Leone's next national elections as a transitional measure to restore public confidence and institutional legitimacy. This oversight should be temporary, collaborative, and focused on transparent voter registration and auditing, independent ballot printing and distribution, real-time monitoring of polling and tallying, equitable media access and civic education, and public reporting and dispute resolution mechanisms. International precedents. Let us see where these have happened in other countries. Several post-conflict and transitional democracies have successfully employed international electoral oversight. These interventions were not permanent replacements. They were strategic bridges to national reform. Let us see the strategic implications of this action. Firstly, for governments, it will demonstrate commitment to democratic norms and international credibility. For opposition parties, it will ensure a level playing field and safeguards against manipulation. For civil society, it will re-engage citizens in democratic participation. And for the international partners, they will provide a framework to support peace, governance, and development. What will be the next step if we agree to take this route? 1. Convene a multi-stakeholder dialogue to assess feasibility and scope of international oversight. 2. Engage regional bodies like African Union and global partners like UN, United Nations, Commonwealth for technical support. 3. Draft a transitional electoral framework with clear timelines and accountability mechanisms. 4. Launch a public information campaign to build citizen awareness and support. Without urgent reform, future elections risk deepening political polarization, civic disengagement, and potential instability. So let us look at the risk of us not taking this path. If we say we still believe in our democracy, we have sovereignty, we should not call international people to look into our matter, let us see what are the risks that we might be taking if we don't go this route that I'm proposing. 1, there will be continued erosion of democratic legitimacy. At the moment, we see with statement that there were several irregularities in the process. Not only local, international. So that should tell us that there is a question now in a democratic legitimacy of governance. There will also be increased political tension and civil unrest. As we can see, all the statements being made by government officials, opposition members, non-affiliated political groups, all these are out, showing there's currently increased political tension. And this will continue if we dare to enter 2028 elections and decide to do it on our own. We see, we've heard what the ECSL boss have said, that there will be no changes from what was done in 2023 elections. The same way 2023 was conducted and all other elections, that's the same way it's going to do it. And they even call it as a game. So for them, they see it as a game. But for us, that love our country, that seek its best interest and peace, we realize that this is not a game, this is a very serious business. And if even after the tripartite agreements, which they decided that there should be reforms, and now the boss of ECSL is saying there will be no reform, there's gonna be it's gonna run the elections of 2028 the same way as 2023, then there's cause for alarm. So there will be increased political tension and civil unrest. If what happened in 2023 happens again in 2028, then it might be worse than what we are experiencing now. There is also bound to be diminished international confidence and investment. Because if we conducted our election in 2023 and the international community condemned it, then we do the same thing in 2028, Then there will be diminished international confidence and investment. Finally, there will be long-term damage to institutional credibility. ECSL and other institutions will lose their credibility, thereby affecting administrations running the governance of the country, and generally the country as a whole will have a poor outlook. So these are the risks that will happen if we decide to ignore these policy briefs that I'm bringing up for debates or for consideration. Conclusion. Sierra Leone stands at a democratic crossroads. Political stakeholders must act decisively to restore electoral integrity and public trust. International oversight is not a retreat. It is a strategic advance toward a stronger, more credible democracy. This bold step will not only restore public trust in ECSL, but is also likely to foster broad acceptance of the results, ultimately reducing the risk of conflict.
Well, now the presentation that, and the title and say, how for bring come back respect inside we elections. Now by, make we allow people from other country to can run we election for we, or alongside we own election body, for ensure say, all man agree for the results where they can. What's it mean? In the type of, the presentation type of say, 2023 elections, Boko problem come out today. And not only the opposition party, they no more complain. No. International body themselves complain, say, the election not run as it's supposed to run. The fact of the matter remains, say, election to work them rogue safe. But if you bring cover all what they do, people go suspect, say, something wrong. Now, make we advise, say, 2028 elections, make we invite other countries who can run with election, so we ensure, say, from where we start the registration process, rigging now will take place, or person now will suspect, say, they don't add, or they don't can say, can them have a Cuba's free zone. Yeah, but we're going to take a ID card, go vote. So, what for say, anybody when me I go for go register, so, when me ID card come, as anybody will see that ID card, they go no send a mega ID card. So what for ensure say before the election, when the census they start to, when the registration they start to, say when they go now to the voting, the ballot papers them, when we go lend box, na Guinea or Liberia, we ensure say the box that they come, he credit that na good box them, when that's not the inside, he open and he clear, and we ensure say the registration paper the way they come, the ballot papers the way they come, that's no rights there, or waiting for rights and the right thing, and the day for elections, we'll go see how they vote, how they count, any side with they see them, when they go inside the box, where they count, it show that they monitors them, all man go see them, and nobody will get, or if you they get doubts safe, majority now will get doubts. Let us see the essence, the importance, why important for make we do this. First, make we agree. If the current acting boss of ECSL long say 2028 election not will be different from 2023, then problem not begin there. All the wrongs will be take place at 2023. That made the one validity and the reason them why the tripartite agreements be make. But if you ever won the election tomorrow, if you don't mean to say not will be different from 2023, then why the tripartite agreement take place? It means say all the errors that will happen in 2023, you don't even acknowledge say it happened, or you don't acknowledge say it wrong. Thereby, we say alone and not agree for make Edmond Alpha run the elections. Because if you don't agree, say we don't get an agreement between the opposition and the government, one for follow, you not even there in line, you not align yourself with waiting the happen in the country, then you're not fit for that position, sir. So me the advice say, make we ensure so we get neutral body, whether they support the government in power, whether they support any opposition, then they come and work with all the parties that were involved for ensuring from the time of the registration, say the ballot box are ready and ballot papers them, say election take place, say then counts, say the handover of the get for handover, say the end of all. This is important not only because of the opposition, no. Important to even the government in power, the administration in power, for me to maintain their own respect where due them. So if in case the same party, whether in power win, they go bluff, they go stand in power with collapse without even know the call and say that thief and thief election. Then they go left, even when the current president go left power, he said go with pride, say, I was fair, I do my election properly, the one way win and then win. Then the opposition on the side, they say now have to call say, yes, I will win them. Or not we win them, and between them by this, salon people and then people they want for rule there. The international community where they out there, when they monitor or when they watch the only election, they ask for call say, yes, salon, they mean business by democracy. So they not think small, not pause small and think. It don't make sense. It makes sense. This is not only for the opposition. It involves for we all now the country, all opposition parties, the governments, the local observers, them, civil society organizations, international community, for one of this kind of that work that from 2023. This time here, this process here, is important to make we do it. Because make we be true to ourselves. It not go easy if we say now we self they run election for ourselves. When say how tense it don't be right now. The APC, the All People's Congress, they don't say if anybody there 2028 and one thing go happen. They will show that people inside the government, the administration, they say they make their own comments. We say they had add from the acting electoral ECSL boss on talk. It ends so it ends. And that's all my official words of the area. Even corner south of the day, they're meeting on the area, so the area. Make we be careful, Sierra Leone said. For me, the only way we'll see, it's either the tripartite agreements go consistently as they don't write some, step by step, and always when they say that tripartite state, then follow them. If they don't do one, the only way we'll see sense, we invite United Nations, African Union, so many can together work with a neutral ECSL, but not the one where they run now. Not the one where they run the 2023 election. So neutral body and work together and ensure say we do with 2028 election. So that whoever win, now all the people input today. This Bokuman and the way that critical say, no, it means no longer we own integrity with sovereignty. That's it against with sovereignty. No. Don't say we don't do one. And we not say that they know what they do on international, but they do them. We say make them do them with ECSL. Not the same ECSL we go on 2023 elections. We turn out disrespect there for the organization, the institution. No. We need new set of people them where we believe say go be neutral and be fair and impartial. And that's what the number for Ghana. And for Ghana with international body from African Union and United Nations. And that's this presentation talk about. So you go say I repeat myself. I not repeat myself for nothing in English we do one. And me now they go months per career for explain what's that presentation day. Salon people there. Now this I get from that today. And this now other method for make with Trowe Wata. Because where things that they go, trust me. Now petrol people don't continue for the Trowe, but the fire will already exist. Because 2023 elections, the outcome, na fire. Yes, na fire. People they ask one, bad one. If we say now we they run with elections 2028 without not do what the tripartite agreement say, step by step and follow them, then na petrol we go throw it for that fire will already exist. And friends, they may not see the way. So make we run 2023 elections by the tripartite. But one, say now we will do census states, also go do one. So it means say, but we revert back to that census results we done there for 2023 elections, where say Kenema Bakuba's free zone. It's funny bad, that is funny. So that's if we say we start for people to take that census results, that census The survey will be happen 2023. Now petrol will return per fire. So the best way, either we follow what the tripartite agreement say, step by step, or the only method we go serve as Wata na salon go be to make we invite the African Union and United Nations for run with 2028 elections. Una not watch for Jojo. Una pause. Una sit down. Una reflect. Una lead down at this advice here. Una see if it makes sense. This word not they go only to ECSL, and they go to the government of the day, the administration of the current government. And they go to the All People's Congress, who are the main opposition. And they go to the international community, especially United Nations, African Union. And they go to all Sierra Leoneans there. Una we elect una country, una patriots of Sierra Leonean, of Salone. We get for pause and see how we country they go. And so far, waiting for they talk, na petrol they throw per fire. Already fire exists at Salone. Make we not fool we say. No matter what they say. And Martha been talking in the last term, and not go on for say and say, after I don't know what they do, I know that to the police. Police say actions, they continue to serve as fire in that country day. Not a police state we get, now a democratic states. So make we rectify whatever we need for rectify before 2028 elections. The other will say we ignore and do what we have for do as an administration. Then tomorrow we don't do what we have for do, very wrong, and hand over to police. For make police, they take advantage of people. It will not be accepted. And make now we they bring sense. People never think through because maybe the burden of administration on them. We they bring the sense come to for say, dear. This one they make we lost we respect as a sovereign states. This the help for make we not for them so that 11 year war will suffer. Make we come together. Make we choose a different set of people in the ECSL and make we invite African Union and United Nations. Make we work with the new body of ECSL for ensure so we get a free, fair, and transparent elections. And this I get from today. As when they go work tomorrow, cheer, una continue for Trowe Wata. When you take your keke, that woman jam you. Don't vex too much. See them bokuna people their hearts. Cheer, Trowe Wata. He said at home, may we continue for Trowe Wata. Papa government, cheer, una Trowe Wata. All People's Congress and all other opposition party there. Una not Trowe Wata. Una take this sense, what don't Trowe una wait today for milk for Wata. Then now we country. Because peace, it pass all. Una thank you for listening to me for this week here. Until we meet again next week Sunday, same time, cheer, may we continue for Trowe Wata. Una thank you and una tata. Till again.
Harmony, so long. Unity, freedom, and justice. Harmony, so long. We heal, we build for a better Sierra Leone.
Make we Trowe Wata.